Jai Bhagwan. So are you seeing the screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum langhayate girim Yat kripa tadham bande Shri Gurum Dintaranam Manand Madhvam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashatya Deshatarine जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे राम संकीर्तन की जय हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य ही दिवांग प्रभुपाद की जय गुरुगण गौरंगा की जय निताय गौर प्रेमनंदी हरि हरि बोल की जय गौर पूर्णिमा की जय द मोस्ट ऑस्पिशियस अपीयरेंस ऑफ हिज लॉर्डशिप श्री श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय गौर पूर्णिमा की जय. So we all know that tomorrow is Gaur Purnima, right? Very excited for it, and we are preparing our mind for powerful Gaur Purnima tomorrow. So today's chapter is extremely important chapter. This is chapter 16, so 17 and 18, only two chapters left in Bhagavad Gita. So I'll have some discussion today, but let's first get into the chapter. Chapter title is the divine and demoniac nature, demons and divine, divine nature and nature which are demoniac. And on the picture, you will see Prahlad Maharaj is of divine nature, and then there are some messenger of Hiranyakashipu, and they are demons. Right? So both divine and demoniac nature. There are people in this world who are of this mentality. So in this chapter, there are 24 verses, and each and every verse is very powerful. It will give you tons of important instruction. I'm sure many of you would have heard those instructions or you are familiar, but we'll try to make it more engaging and refreshing for you. So, in first three verses, Krishna is talking about what is that divine qualities, Shampada, Devi Shampada, the one who possesses divine quality. And then next five verses, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we'll hear about Asur Sampada, nature and quality of demons. And then what are their activities? 10 to 20 verses. There are more verses that's going to talk about nature and action that is performed by people who are demons by nature. And then how a people of Asur Sampada can start acting as person of Devi Sampada. So how a Asurik Sampada, people who have demoniac quality, can turn into divine. But before we get into the discussion, I would like to capture the learning that you had in previous chapter. So let's capture some of the essential point that you picked up from previous chapter. So let's start. What did we learn in the previous chapter? What was the title of the previous chapter? Huh?
The
Yoga of the Supreme Person.
Purushottam Yoga?
That's the Sanskrit name. So what are the things that we learned? Just few points. We have to summarize, right?
How can one
Otherwise,
cross the material world?
how we can cross.
Banyan tree, reversal of banyan tree, how banyan tree grows. The roots are top.
Yeah, so how we can cross, and then what is next, Mataji?
Banyan tree, Prabhuji. The
Yes.
example
So
of banyan tree, how it is, that is the reflection of the spiritual world, and the roots are top, branches are down.
what is this material world? So this material world is compared with? Go
Are
ahead.
you able to hear me, Prabhuji?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So how this material world is compared?
With banyan tree,
Yes.
reverse,
So
reverse
this
of
material world, right, right. Good. Compared with banyan tree root upward, right?
yeah, roots are upwards, branches are downwards.
Yeah. And branches are down. Perfect. Perfect. What else did we learn? That's
How
good.
the spiritual world looks like it is. Natad Bhashyate Suryo Nasu.
Yeah. So
So it-
spiritual world versus
the material world.
yeah, spiritual versus. Okay, good, good.
So once
What?
one comes there, it then never comes back to this material world again.
Yes. So going to, I don't know, going to SF. Okay, now that's good. That's good. What else?
If you wanted to break this banyan tree or material world, we need to go with detachment and surrender.
Mm. So how this tree can be cut?
Stopping
With-
the what? Stopping
with-
the
Sorry, with detachment.
And also determined. Drdena.
Yeah, did what they know.
Yeah.
Detachment and determination. Yes, with detachment and determination, this tree of material existence can be cut. Perfect. What else?
And the process of search. One should search for the place.
Yeah, one should. So what we are searching? We are searching the pleasure,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Sense enjoyment, happiness in this material world. One should search the
Search that
one should
place where we
the
cannot.
treasure. 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 Which is, what is that treasure? The root of our existence, right? What is
Yes.
that treasure? Searching for the spiritual truth.
Yeah.
So one should search for. That's beautiful. Okay, good. What else? Thank you, everybody, for adding value. What else? What else did we learn from that chapter?
And qualities of spiritual world. No need sun or moon or electricity because
We
everything.
learned about qualities. There is no need of sun. Okay, what else?
Characteristics of the soul,
Characteristics of
how
the
it
soul,
transfers
how it
from one body to
transfers from
another.
one body to another.
Oh my God. Process of transmigration. Yeah. We studied process of transmigration.
One has to be in Gnana Chakshu.
Gyan Chakshi to see this, right?
Yeah, it's for this Gnana.
Yes. A person with knowledge can see. On the other hand, a person who does not have knowledge, that person cannot see. Perfect. What else? What else?
Krishna also talked about the fallible and infallible. Two
Yeah,
categories.
I wanted to hear that part.
Yes.
Krishna talked about Chara and Akshara, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that's something I wanted to hear.
Yeah, and as well as you nicely explained, Prabhuji, the three aspects of localized Paramatma
And then that's how this chapter conclude.
And
So
Paramatma
Krishna,
is above these Kshara and Akshara, right?
right. So the
So because
Lord,
in the living
the
being,
Lord,
yeah, living beings are either Kshara.
Lord
No?
in his any capacity, such as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan are superior to this material world. So in any capacity, and that's what verse 16, 17, 18 is talking about Brahman. And then Paramatma. So Lord in his any capacity, such as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan is superior to this material world. Okay. So Krishna very clearly talked about his grief form. And what are the last two verses? And you remember, you can look at even
One who
Bhagavad Gita.
knows about Krishna knows everything. There is no need to learn anything.
That's the very powerful learning. So knowing Krishna, or here is how we should write. So write that knower of Krishna knows
Everything.
Okay, knower of Krishna knows everything. So that knower of Krishna knows everything ties with finding the treasure here. One should search the treasure. And that treasure, that search may have, with all of this understanding, maybe one will get stuck at the Brahman, one will come to the state of Mahatma, and one may come to the state of. So this search, but Krishna is saying that knower of Krishna knows everything. So which form of Krishna, which form of knowing of Krishna is knower of everything? Do you know? Anybody knows? Which form of knower of Krishna? Krishna says is knower of everything.
Bhagavan.
Yes. He uses the verse number, I believe 19, where he says, Yo evam mamasham muddho janati Purushotama sa sarvavida bhajati mam sarvabhavena bhav. Without any doubt, one who knows me as Purushottam, as a Supreme Personality of Godhead, as I am, standing in front of you. One who knows this, oh Bharat. Bharat here refers to Arjuna. Sarvabid, that was Mataji saying. No, what Sarvabid means? Vid means no. Sarva means everything. So, Sa Sarvabid, that person who is knower of everything, Sa Sarvabid Bhajati Mam. He engaged in my devotional service. Bhajadhatu. Bhajati iti. Bhajanam. Sarvabhavena Bharat. It is all of endeavors and emotion. He engages in devotional service of Supreme Personality of Godhead. The knower of Krishna knows everything. So you can add here. Knower of Krishna as, give me the word.
Purushottam. Bhagavan.
Yeah, Bhagwan. Knower of Krishna as Bhagwan knows everything. But very last verse, Krishna again gives a very powerful clue. Anybody remember what is that verse? What is the translation of that verse? Can anybody summarize? Look at the Bhagavad Gita if you have and see how you would summarize that verse.
So I can read.
Yeah, tell me the essence. Tell me what you learned from that one. Yes. What did he tell?
This is the what well,
It should be verse number. Sorry, it should
20
be verse
years.
number 20. Yeah.
20.
what I was
So
saying.
what he's
Yeah.
saying is it's a guhitamam. So it is the most confidential.
What is most confidential?
The Bhagwan feature.
Yeah.
Having knowledge and realization.
Iti guhyatam shastram idam yuktam maya nagha etad buddhva buddhimanam syat kritasya cha bharatah. This is a very important lesson, extremely important lesson that I would like all of you to learn and remember it. Remember it.
But
Krishna is saying that.
Prabhuji,
Uh-huh.
this has been already said in 10.8. So why is saying again?
He's saying. So what he's saying here? Repeat it.
He's saying, I mean, this is the most confidential part of the Vedic literature. Or in
No,
this one.
but what is more confidential part of the Vedic literature? What?
So he who knows
There
me
he
as
says
the supreme.
bhakti is the most confidential.
Huh? Okay.
There he says
In case,
devotional. And here what he,
devotional service.
and what he's saying here? What he's saying here?
Oh, okay. So he's saying bhakti, devotional service.
No, devotional service he said there. Chapter. There
19.
he says in. Yeah, but here he's saying knowing him as a person. So knowing him as Bhagwan. So he has a pattern of Brahman, Brahmatma. So verse number 20 is saying that iti guhyatmam shastram. The most confidential part of the Shastra, which is, somehow hidden, in the pages of a scripture is knowing me as Bhagwan. This is secret. Okay.
Mm.
So somebody will say Shiva is Bhagwan, somebody will say Brahma is Bhagwan, somebody will say Lord Ganesha is Bhagwan, somebody will say Kali is Bhagwan, right? There are so many personality, demigods, many people think Indra is everybody, everything. So he's saying that knowing me as Purushottamam, Yomam Ivam Asamudha, without any doubt, Janati Purushottamam, the one who knows me without any doubt as Supreme Personality of Godhead. This knowledge, knowing him as Supreme Personality of Godhead, approaching Krishna as Bhagwan, and thinking he is cause of all the causes, that's secret of the Shastra. How many people are devotee of Krishna? But I'm telling this to you because you are anagha, because you are sinless.
Hmm.
So through the process of devotional service, or when you are engaged into the devotional service, you have rectified, vanquished, burned all the sin. So since you are sinless, you can understand, you can accept me. Now you have seen everything. You have heard about my bhakti. You have seen my universal form. You have heard about my opulences. So since you don't have any envy and you are free from any sin, you would be able to accept me as the supreme person. Please pay attention. Supreme person,
Person.
not Paramatma or not
So
Brahman.
what you're saying, Prabhuji, in 10.8, when it says Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo, Matta Sarvam Pravartate, so that is does not specifically say as a person, right?
No, it says person. It says person.
Aham,
Krishna
no,
doesn't.
it's yeah.
This whole Bhagavad. Yeah, please go ahead.
No, no,
Because
no. You
no,
go ahead,
please.
Prabhuji.
No. So you are right. Krishna is always talking about person. Aham is always referring here to him as a person.
Person, yeah.
Yeah, but that person, I think it's somewhere we spoke that Krishna somewhere talks about his Brahman feature as Aham.
Mm,
Sometimes he talks about Paramatma feature as Aham, like
mm,
Narayan or
mm,
Garbhodakshay Vishnu or Chiyodakshay Vishnu as Aham. So Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo, that refers to Paramatma feature of the Supreme.
mm.
But as Bhagwan, as Krishna,
Purush Uttamam.
as Krishna, as you are seeing me, two-arm form, son of Vasudeva and Devaki, considering that person is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the most secret part of Shastra. Some
Sure.
may come to worship Vishnu and other, Paramatma feature,
Mm,
Narayan feature. This is all Krishna, by the way. It's all, Vaibhav Vilas, Parva Vilas, Prakash, Bhakti, different Amsa of Krishna.
mm,
But Krishna, as I am now standing in front of you, thinking that I, as Krishna, as is the Supreme Person, that is the iti guhyatamam shastra, is the most secret part of the shastra. Okay, so as a preacher, we need to know if somebody is not accepting Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, asamudho, without any doubt, then we understand that yes, that secret has not been revealed. But devotee, bhaktama vijanati, devotee knows me. So Krishna, I don't know, is it clear?
yeah, yeah. Here it is very pointed and saying that he's a person as a supreme person rather than just as me, right? So he's a
Yes,
person
it's
in
very
his
specific
Bhagwan
to
feature,
Krishna that
in his
that
Bhagwan
flute
feature.
Bamsi Dhari, yeah, Sam Sundar. Now, that form, that form. In opulence, in his opulences in chapter 10, when he talks about his opulences, divine quality, he's not everywhere saying, he's Krishna's feature, right? Somewhere we'll talk about his Paramatma feature. Somewhere we'll talk about his Lila Avatar feature, Yoga Avatar feature, right? At different places, we have to see which exactly Krishna is referring to, which form of his expansion he's referring to. But ultimately, Sarvakaran Karnam, Param Purusha, this is the chapter title, the Yoga of Supreme Person.
So the last 5 verses of this chapter, Prabhu,
Mhm.
uh, constantly beats on this point of person,
Yeah,
right?
because the Gita
So,
is summarizing, yeah. Krishna wants to
so
make
while
Arjuna doubt.
while in the 15th verse he says, "I am the ultimate knowable based on the
Yeah,
Vedas.
yes.
Sarvasya chaham
Taham
aham
Hridaya.
Vedya
Yeah. I am
Vedan."
sitting in everyone's heart.
Yeah.
Atasamrita Jnanam Aponam Chab. From me, remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness comes. Vedasa
Hmm.
Sarvaham Veda. By all the Veda, I am to be known. And
Right.
yes,
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. And it talks about two types of people: fallible, infallible, and then it says, I'm beyond these two, right?
right.
And still I'm the supermost, and I'm the supermost. I mean, it's amazing. He's even beyond the unfallible.
Yeah, so
Uh,
two kinds of living entity. There Vishwanath Thakur says that Krishna is talking about his Brahman feature. And then the superior being beyond Chara and Akshara, he says that Paramatma, Paramatma feature. So verse number 17 talks about
17,
his
Paramatma
Paramatma.
feature.
Yeah.
Mm.
Superior to these two, there is the greatest personality called the Paramatma, Supreme Soul. He has entered the three worlds. So both of these are form of Krishna, right?
Right.
Brahmati, Paramanti, Bhavanti, Sabdate. But ultimately, knowing Krishna as he is, Bhagwan form, because I am the transcendental superior to both the fallible and infallible. And because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Veda as the supreme person.
Mm.
Parthiva Purushotamaha. Parthita Purushottam. So finally he says that I am being celebrated as the essence of all the Vedic knowledge as supreme person. And then 19 and 20. 19 he says that so whoever knows me now as supreme person, Purushotamaha Pratahitaha. Sanskrit word is there. He worships me Sarvabhavena Bharata. All of his endeavor. Sarvabhavena with all of his emotion. Concentrated, condensed. But Arjun, this realization, this understanding is most confidential part of the Shastra. Are we good?
Yes,
Is it
Prabhuji.
clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
I want to make sure that chapter 18 is chapter 15.
Prabhuji, you are giving us the most confidential knowledge today.
Ah, yeah, this one also caught my attention deeply. Yes. So Krishna, I think this is for all of us. Okay.
Mm.
This and Krishna uses the very clear, statement here. He says, "Yo mam evam asamudho, evam asamudho, yo mam, the one who knows me without any doubt, janati purushottam, the one who knows me as supreme person, tasarvavid."
Thank you very much, Prabhu. But many times we read this
Many times
chapter,
we read and we flow through,
many
run
times
through.
just flow through. But when we
Yeah.
reach the end last two verses, it says, I've just told you the most secret. Then we turn back few verses and say, what was the secret?
Yes.
But today you revealed the secret. Mm,
Yeah, that's why, fast should be studied very systematically. People
mm,
will run through, I
mm.
have run through these verses many times and did not understand what exactly. But then when we look at the purport of Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vidyabhushan, his Vangashira Prabhupada, put everything together, spend some time, then it's a study, right? So then we understand, oh my gosh, this is such a powerful statement Krishna is making, and I would just
Because
give
the
an
word devotional service and the personal feature of Krishna is so much stressed by
in
throughout the book, you know.
it's just by
Uh,
Krishna. Krishna has given a stress.
yeah, but
Acharyas have the you know
mm,
that divine vision,
mm,
and they can see it, they can present it. They are not saying anything different than what Krishna is saying. But
mm,
Krishna has personally given a lot of emphasis. And
mm.
finally, in this verse, in verse number 20, he's saying that this is the most confidential part of the Shastra. So
See,
somebody,
Prabhuji,
yeah,
when there is some trouble to us, you know, when we are going through some tough time, the reaction first we try to, like Draupadi, we try to save ourselves
yeah,
through our own actions. Whatever we normally feel, it don't go to Krishna directly.
yeah.
Um, so I mean, what I mean,
It's
although in the
just
heart, what should we be doing? Although in the heart of hearts we should surrender to Krishna, but do what is needed to be done practically.
Krishna is going to say in this chapter, the chapter that we are going to discuss.
Right.
He says
Prabhu, I
that,
have one more question, Prabhuji.
uh, yeah,
Say, we will say, okay, surrender Krishna and Krishna will take care everything. And at the same time, we also say, okay, whatever you need to do, you have to do. There is one more conflict statement is only Krishna will act once you completely surrender. Uh, can you little explain there, Prabhuji?
uh, let me understand your question first very clearly. And I think that was also one of Prabhu's questions too, right, Manohar Prabhu? Something similar.
Kind of, yes, yes. Because
What you were saying? What you were saying, Manohar Prabhu?
see, Prabhuji. We all fall into problematic situations all the time in material world. Maya, the energy of Maya is very strong, so we get drawn into problems related to property, family, all those things, right? So at that moment of time, we are struggling very hard, as in given in this 15th chapter, struggling very hard with the six senses, uh, which includes the mind. And our focus is completely drawn away from chanting, away from studying Bhagavad Gita, away from Bhagavatam, and we are totally absorbed in, trying to solve the problem. We are totally, latched into that material problem. uh, like they say, chanting with full concentration, they say you have to un unplug yourself from the material problems, at least while chanting, and then you chant and then you think of your material problem. So I think Mataji is also asking similar thing. We should,
Yeah.
what should we be doing? We have to deal with the material world. We cannot be aloof from it. Yet we have to be dependent on Krishna. How and the 728 also says yat karoshi yadashnashi. So but that focus doesn't remain that way when we are playing the game.
Yeah.
So
So,
what I'm saying is, Prabhu, there are two statements here. One statement, as you are saying, yes, we are not able to focus. And second is, if I wanted to give up, there is another statement. Normally, people says that as you surrender, but still you have to do whatever you need to do.
yeah.
I cannot say, okay, Krishna, it is up to you, and I cannot leave it because
Okay.
people say that you cannot leave like that. You have to do whatever you need to do, and maybe Krishna will come in form of some other and they will help something because it's
Okay.
all conflicting statements.
No, it's not conflicting. It's basically not conflicting at all. if you really understand it. And let me explain you why. Are there any people who are living in the forest and doing tapasya?
No
Say
one.
answer. Say answer
Practically
yes
no
or no.
one.
But is there people who have left the home and they're living in the forest?
Uh,
Answer should be yes or no. What is, do you have any people example that
yeah,
who
there are
have
a lot
left
of people
everything,
in the
or they
history.
have no, they have exactly, or they have no attachment, right?
Yeah, there
They
are.
have no attachment to the material possession, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Do we have people who are working very hard to earn material wealth?
Lots of people.
Okay. So do you think that there will be same type of instruction for both of them, or there will be different?
So one
There
is
would be
all.
different instruction based
Mhm.
upon the person quality or qualification. Wherever the person is, whatever disease you have, doctor gives the medicine, right, to cure that disease, right? But there are different medicine for different disease, right? So if doctor is giving two different medicine to do two different types of disease, is it a conflicting or is it as per the disease? Tell
Uh,
yes or no. Then I
uh,
will try to
no,
conclude.
it's not conflicting. He's giving this medicine based on the person.
Yes. So in a contaminated state, when living beings are contaminated, when they have Hirdaya Darbalyam, they have Tattva Vibhramaha. We have talked about those four anarthas in one of the class. They are not sure what is the goal of the life. For them, one has to say, okay, do whatever is needed for you at this time, but chant name of Krishna. It's not conflicting because that person at this state can only do as much. He can only, you know, chant few rounds of Krishna, and his still contamination is so strong that he thinks that by working hard or by endeavor, we are being nourished, right? But example is that his Divine Prabhupada, right? What type of work he did? He always worked for Krishna, right? But he was in that state where he has no attachment for material pleasure. He was so it's not conflicting statement, but it's a statement that is given to the person in the stage he or she is. If you become unalloyed pure devotee, the goal is that one day we become unalloyed pure devotee, no rag, no dvesh, nothing. All we are doing is that we are atmarams, enjoying the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But at this stage, I cannot do it. And that's what Krishna will talk in this chapter. The demons are so much bound with the material thing that this is mine, this has been mine, I am the master of it, I have owned this much, I have to own this much. All of that, math is happening in their mind. But divine person are the one who is releasing it, knowing that I do not belong to here. So a state is different, and for different state, different prescriptions are given. For non-devotee, there is prescription that how the person can transform into devotional, like how he or she can become devotee. So that transformation has to happen. And in that process, at different stage, the spiritual master, Tadvidi Panipatena, he will give you the instruction that will sync you more with the instruction that Krishna is uh, giving. And that's what basically we are going to hear in the last four verses, giving up the demoniac tendencies and following the scripture. This following of the scripture, shastra, what is to be done and what is not to be done, that has to come from a scripture. But in a conditioned state, one cannot have firm belief in teaching of Shastra. So then at that time, whatever one can do, instruction is given to do that. One is instructed to do what one he or she can do. And that's why there are 9 stages of bhakti. Ata Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivriti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashakti. These are the stages. So somebody who is in the Raga Nuga stage of bhakti, right? His understanding and the instruction that's given to him is not going to be same somebody who is just developing some faith to be devotee of Krishna, right? So there is really no conflict. But do we have the faith that Krishna is the doer? He is doing everything. No. Although I have heard it, I have read it, but it's hard. But through the process of bhakti, that faith will develop. It's just the process of Chaturapna Marjanam, just the process of cleaning our heart to sync ourselves with the instruction that's presented in Shastra. Mataji, did you hear? Is it making sense or you have some follow-up? We
Uh,
cannot, we
No, no.
cannot
Yes,
basically,
Prabhuji, but see, well, we are reading this Bhagavad Gita, right? So yes, there is a 9 process of devotional service, and at the same time, just you don't do anything, just surrender. There is a shloka where it will tell you, right? So if you completely surrender, I'll take care. That is one.
Krishna said
And
that at the very
following
end.
the process of the devotional services is one route.
Krishna said that at the very, end of this chapter, at the very end of his instructions. Once Arjun has the knowledge of Guna Bhuta Bhakti, once you have knowledge of Pradhana Bhuta Bhakti, once you have knowledge of the Kevala Bhakti, once you have understood all the teaching of the Shastra, and then at the final message, concluding message, Krishna is saying, Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Sarnam Braj, Aham Sarva Papa Vimuksha Sami Matucha. Not in the beginning. So yes, that message is there. But I don't think that anybody is asking any one of us to surrender and not do anything. Because our spiritual masters, they know that we are still in a stage where we cannot completely surrender. So they say that please do whatever you can, whatever you are doing, but try to dedicate more time in bhakti. Slowly and steadily, at due course of time, as your heart will clean, you'll become firm, believer, Krishna. And that might take next life. That might take life after life. It's just a process of evolution.
Mm. Thank you, Prabhu. That clarifies because if we are getting deviated from material issues, we can understand that we are not yet clean. We need more
Exactly.
devotion.
From last 4 days, 5 days, and I told this to my wife, and I told one of the devotees in the temple also, that you know, I have been thinking, and this is very honest that I should share with you. No, made up a statement. I have been thinking that I am not focused in Krishna consciousness. So I should stop necessarily doing anything. Just read, scripture, just chant name of Krishna, only associate devotee. From last 4 5 days, I have been meditating on this statement that life is flying by, and I'm not doing bhakti as I should do. Now, what is that? This is good. This is good that I'm thinking about it, and at least I have this type of thought process coming in my mind. Why? Because I'm seeing the contamination that I have in my heart, and I want to remove it. But there are somebody, or there will be other people. I'm not saying that I'm great, but the thing is that there will be other people who are not even seeing it. They are saying, "Oh my gosh, my time is being wasted. On weekend I do nothing. Let's start some other business that I can do on the weekend." But devotee, as a devotee, we think how we can, use our weekend free time to serve Krishna. So there is change. I'm not supremely perfected, but we are aspiring, we are moving towards the proceeding towards the. So that's how we should not try to find the solution of all the problem in 5 and 6 months and 1 year or 4 years of our bhakti. Do continuously, because birth after birth, we have been here, nitya badha, bound with the conditioning and desire, material desire. So now process of purification has started. It will take time, and slowly. These questions that's coming up is perfect, it's nice, but also we have to keep, and in nectar of instruction we will study that. We have to keep utsaha, harya, determination has to be there. At the due course of time, I'll change and we'll change for sure, and we are changing. So that's how it is. Answer is not very short. It is a process, and one has to go through the process with firm conviction. The stronger the faith we have, the more sincere and dedicated we are in devotional service, the more cleansing will happen, and sooner these doubts will go away. Pure devotee have no doubt. They release the truths of being pure devotee. The doubts comes to sadhaka, because sometimes they have pure faith, sometimes they have mixed faith, and with that they are in both sides. So recommendation is given that in the bhakti, one should very sincerely try to follow the limbs of bhakti so that they can progress and advance, so that these doubts go away. To keep the dharya and associate with devotee, eat prasadam, and know that at the course of time, everything will reveal to us. So, with your permission, thank you so much, by the way. This was very good recap. And Veena Mataji, you missed some of these classes, so this recap should be good. This is what we studied in uh, chapter 15. In 16th chapter, can we proceed now? Mataji, Santa Mataji, are you good?
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, yeah, we understood.
So don't try to find the answer, like you have headache and you eat the headache medicine and headache is gone.
Right,
Right?
Prabhuji. Yeah.
It's not like it will slowly. Your heart is on the right path. The question that is coming in your heart is the right question. Did you ever ask this type of question? Think about that. You are not asking. You are asking, how to do this, how to do that. But now you are asking about it. So at the course of time, everything will be taken care. So dharya is very important. And bhakti process, janma we have been conditioned. Let the process of purification act upon us. And then we'll purify and doubts will go. But you will see. Let's focus on this chapter, and then you will see some of these answers you'll get here. So Krishna in this chapter gives what is the divine quality. And in fact, if you really go through it, you will see that this one is talking about 26 quality. So divine quality means also here quality of a devotee. What are the qualities of a devotee? In this chapter, previous chapter, Krishna, this is coming from Baldev Vidyabhushan. In previous chapter, Krishna is comparing this material world with banyan tree, right? It's a tree. So tree has a fruit now. So this chapter, connection between previous and this chapter is that now that tree is giving fruits. Okay. And the fruits that tree gives are of two types: good fruits and bad fruit. Okay. Sour mango and sweet mango. Mango tree will give, right? Sour mango and sweet mango. So the sweet mango, the good fruits are divine quality. There are people in this material world who are of divine quality. And there are people who are of bad quality and they are demoniac type of personality. So first three verses talks about all of those 26 divine quality. Abhayam, Tattvasam, Sudhir, Jnana Yoga. So all of these I think we'll just quickly go through Danam, Damasya, Yagyasya. So I request you to read Prabhupada purport. Padhaya, Tapa, Arja, Mahimsa, Satyam, Akrodha means free from anger. Tyaga, Shantir. Apai Shunam, a version of fault finding. He's not finding fault. Daya Bhuteshu, he has compassion for all the living beings. And all Luluptava, Luluptavam means greed, right? But he is freedom, he is free from all types of greediness, Laluptam. And he is Mardvam, Mardavam, gentle. Hrir, modest. Achapalam, Chapalam here. He has a form, determination. Teja, Chama, Dritihi, Shaucham. Adroha, freedom from envy. He's not envious towards any living being. Nati, Manita, Nati, Nati. He is not expecting Manita, honor, free from honor. So these transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belongs to godly man endowed with divine nature. Okay, so these are the qualities. And just to build on that, Baldev Vidyabhushan says that these 26 qualities, they are presented in order of 4 ashram and 4 varna. So sannyasi, grihastha, brahmachari and banprastha. And then brahmin, kshatriya, vaisya and shudra. So these are the quality, these qualities, if you read the purport, those qualities are, what are the qualities of the uh, sannyasi? He's abhayam, he's fearless, and his consciousness is pure. He's always searching for the ultimate knowledge. So likewise, it's being presented. But these 26 qualities are qualities that is also mentioned in Chetan Charitamrita. Comes there too. In Chetan Charitamrita, this quality comes. And here is the another verse, which is also, so this is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, part of the Uddhava Gita. If you have studied 11th canto, but I'm not going to get into that. Similar statement comes there. And also Chatan Charitamrita, Madhya Lila. I think this is the discussion going on between Mahaprabhu and Sanatana Goswami. There it also comes. Okay. So these 26 qualities are the qualities of a divine person. Very kind to everyone, not make anyone his enemy, truthful, equal to everyone. No one can find any fault in him. Magnanimous, mild, always clean, without possession, work for everybody's benefit, peaceful, always surrender to Krishna, no material desire, very meek, study, control his senses, not it more than required, not influenced by the Lord's illusory energy, offer respect to everyone, no desire for any respect, very grave, merciful, friendly, poetic, spot and silent. So can you please take a snap of this one, this screen, and you go and read in Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So these two places you can hear, you can read more about these qualities, and for sure in Bhagavad Gita we are seeing right now on the screen verse number 1 to 3, chapter 16. The verse number 1 to 3, chapter 16 talks about this quality. Even the Bhagavatam 11th canto 11th chapter 29 to 31 verse talks about this quality. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila chapter 22 78 to 80 verse talks about it. So there are 3 places where you can go and read more about this. How many of you would promise that you are going to look into this? Can I see some approval?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please do that.
Yeah. I was
Please do
reading
that.
the translation of the 11th canto, so I came across, but that one I'll go ahead again. Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
So these divine qualities are cultivated according to one's varna and ashram. Okay. So these are basically, if you have purport of Baldevi Devushan, then you can read also. But at least these 26 qualities, there is books written on this also. 26 qualities of a Vaishnav. I don't know who is the author. I have the book too, where all of these qualities are taken and mentioned in detail. So please, please, please read it. Santa Mataji, are you going to read? Can you read these qualities?
Purports you are asking, Prabhuji, or
Yeah, purport.
yeah, sure, Prabhuji.
So
In
in
the
the
purport,
purport,
actually, morning I'm referring in the purport. Prabhupada nicely mentioned in these qualities what are related to the sannyasi, what are related to grihastha,
yes.
what are related to all. He mentioned among these qualities. I have a
Yes.
question, Prabhuji. Normally,
Yeah.
Prabhupada is mentioning that okay, grihastha have to have this charity and all. In that way, when he's mentioning, so is there any separate book is written how total grihastha should be like that? The because in our Bhagavad Gita, purports we see in between that grihastha has to be like this, like this. So, do we have any separate book how grihastha has to be or how sannyasi has to be like that?
Yeah,
Of
there
course,
is book written by so many devotees. I forgot the name. Radha. Who is the devotee in India who is leading this endeavor for Varnashram, Manohar Prabhu? Radha Madhav Prabhu, something like that. He lives in South India. So yes, Mataji, there are devotees. Yeah, Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj also has written a book on this.
no problem, Prabhuji. Whenever you
Yeah, so there are,
tell me later also.
yes, yes, Mataji, there are devotees who have invested a lot in Varna and Ashram, and there was one book here I had. Kavi says, yeah, modernity is the healing civilization. So who is the author of this? Bhakti Raghav Swami Maharaj. Okay, Bhakti Raghav Swami Maharaj. Write down the name. Bhakti Raghav Swami Maharaj is the person who has invested a lot of interest in this area. So you can read some of the books. Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj is also. He in fact is very much trying to set up the Varnashram system. So
Is
he's
it Bhakti Raghava? Bhakti
Bhakti Raghav.
Raghava?
Yeah, Bhakti Raghav Maharaj. He lives, I think, in Chennai. Yeah, his center is in Chennai. So Maharaj is also very proponent. Yeah, proponent of.
Yeah, in these things Prabhupada is mentioning because I also wanted to see how this current version, Prabhupada is mentioning like first 25 years has to be brahmachari, 25
Yes.
years grahastha, 25 years uh, vanaprastha, 25 years sannyasa. That's
Yeah.
what actually Prabhupada is
1/4 of
referring
the.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
1/4. But if as of now in the current worlds, how much it is practical and maybe
Oh,
some.
not much. No, no. That part. I mean, how much it's being practiced? Not much. Prabhupada said that 50% of my endeavor has not been fulfilled, and 50% Prabhupada was talking about Varnashram. So Varnashram is not being followed. One of the reasons society has broken and corruption has come. In fact, in the very beginning, one of the concern Arjuna has that when all of these kingly person, exalted personality will be killed, then Varnashram system will. So Varnashram system has very much broken now. There is no Varnashram system. It's Kuvarna system or Sankarna system. It's not really. So Varnashram system is not being followed. How practical it is? It's very practical. Vedic system was based on the Varnashram system. So there are a lot of work done in this area, and Bhakti Raghav Swami Maharaj, I think, is the one who has done a lot of work in this space, and because Swami Maharaj also the one who has invested a lot of energy. And then there are some books written on this topic as well, if you like to read. But yes, if you have more interest, you can read it. How practical it is? It's very practical. How much is being implemented in the society today? Not much. There are not many people right now who are exactly following the Varnashram. As a devotee, we should be follower of the Varnashram system because we are Grihastha right now. When we say that we are Grihastha, means we are following the Varna ashram, ashram. And Grihastha, in that ashram, Krishna is centered and all the actions are done for his pleasure. So these divine qualities are there, and then there is this asuric qualities, demoniac qualities. And then he says, what are those? Dambha. It starts with that, pride, darpo, arrogance, abhimanasya, abhimanino, right? Conceit, desire to be worshipped, krodha, see, all of that thing started showing up. Parushayam, rashes, rough word, ajnanam, ignorance, and then chavi jatasya, lack of determination, partha, padam, arsarim, O Arjun. These are the qualities of the demoniac people. So if we have pride, if we have arrogance, I don't think the devotee has some of these things. Anger, we still have, I think. Anger is there. Krishna later said that this anger is the one of the cause for living being to go to the hellish planet. So I would like to stop here and discuss something else because it's already 12 before. Manor Prabhu, you have anything else to talk about this Varnashram thing? Mataji was asking.
No, I would like to slice and dice it based on all these qualities. Make a chart and then slice and dice it based on Varna and Ashram.
So if you can, if you want to take that as a
I'll
homework,
like to.
it's in
Yes.
purport. I
Okay.
wanted to
Okay.
do that,
Got it.
but
Yes.
yeah, I think that will be really nice. What are the quality of sannyasi? It,
Oh,
it goes with like, sannyasi, then girhastha,
right.
then brahmachari, then banprastha. That's the order.
Okay.
Brahmin,
I'll do
Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. So you can,
that.
try to see those 26 qualities in different order. In
Hmm.
fact, here is the thing. Uh, Let me share the screen. Stop sharing this screen.
Yeah, Prabhuji, can we share some points? Like, suppose, yeah, as we are discussing, but we also need to discuss how much practically we can able to go in the current system also, right? Like, I also remember, I mean, whatever the statements made. So I'm really interested in just knowing it, right? So means how far, like, of course, for the devotees of Grihastha also, like Prabhupada is mentioning for charity, okay, you need to give the 50% to 50% what are your earnings and whatever the things are mentioning, right? Yes, but
Yeah, some
suppose
of that will come in Chaitanya Charitamrita also.
yeah,
Yes,
I
so you
wanted to
can.
discuss more in terms of the practical, I mean, or current applicability, at least where people starts. Maybe some of those points really helps where those goes into the implementation too. Because suddenly, if I read like, okay, my charity, I need to give 50%. Normally, no one will go for it, right, Prabhuji? Of course, depends on lot of situations of that person, right? Having the grihastha. So, but normally, what is the means? Just I'm giving that as one example, but
Yeah. So do you see here? It says that the first aspects of the sannyasi. The sannyasi is fearless, free from the fear. So abhyam is one of the quality. Tattva samsudhi, by performance, and then he is searching the knowledge. Okay, so these three qualities. I said it that
Yeah.
this is basically
Right.
quality of a sannyas.
Right.
Then he described the householder. Okay, and householder, Dana, he controls his external senses according to the rules, Dhamma. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
then Brahmachari, Swadhyaya, and Brahmagya. Okay, then
Yeah.
Banprastha, Tapas. Okay, and then Brahman has to be Arjva and Ahimsa, Akrodha, Satya. So like that, it's very simple. Okay, and this is how you will see the Prabhupada purport. Okay, the quality of Vaisya are Shaucha, means free of truthfulness, or Adroha, means not to take, and then Sudra means to be devoid of thinking oneself worthy of worship and being humble before Devi. So that's all. So these are already, in
Mm.
here. So you can
Yeah.
basically, if you read the purport, you can very easily do it. Okay. But I wanted
Thank you,
to
Prabhu.
change the topic and talk
Yes,
about
Prabhu.
something else. So here is the thing. We are in 16th chapter, and I have 4 devotees who I also want to be part of this discussion. So we can do a study of Bhagavad Gita as we are doing, or we can stop Gita here and start studying Nectar of Instruction from next class. I was thinking if it's okay with all of you, then we can start having Nectar of Instruction from next session.
I'm
And
okay with
then
that, Prabhuji. Yeah.
and then Gita we can come back and do it later, 3 chapters. Or
Yeah.
or we can do in a different way if anybody has any other idea.
I'm okay, Prabhuji, the way you are saying, so I should be okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol Mataji.
Prabhuji, I was just wondering, like, since for us it's a continuum and we are deriving the connection from one lesson to the other as we are going, as we are progressing from, chapters.
Yeah.
So, since those devotees have already waited, can they just wait for few more?
Yeah, I can ask them to
this
wait
thing,
a little bit
or
more.
you can just join. They can just join, and I mean,
And
pretty
here.
sure they will also enjoy.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's not a problem. I can talk to them. So today we had, really good participation. I see all of you are here. So I'm really glad to see all of you. Thank you so much. Yes, they can also come and just hear the Bhagavad Gita next 3 chapter. And then after that, we can do that way also. No problem. I would not have any problem with that.
Okay. Prabhu, there might be few devotees from Minneapolis who would like to join. They have expressed interest. One or two are currently in India, but they will come back in 1 or 2 weeks. I don't know. So I'll check with some more devotees who can join so that then there'll be more people.
Okay. So I can send them I can send the message to the group asking
Mhm.
that please join our Bhagavad Gita group. We have 3 more classes to go through. You can just listen, no obligation. And then as soon as we get into the nectar of instruction, you all can come on board. Because I don't have time to do, right now 2 different batch and 3 people here, 4 people there. That's going to be too much of my time. I have also, study. I have other things to do. I have other services to do. Plus, so I would try to basically request if they can uh, wait, and then there is no
Sorry,
point also,
what you are saying, Prabhuji, you are asking them to wait or from
They will
next
just join from next
next
Saturday.
class onwards you wanted to start nectar of instruction now?
No, they will just come and listen the Bhagavad Gita with us.
We'll
then
continue the Bhagavad Gita only.
yeah,
They
yeah,
will
we'll
understand
continue.
it.
That's what Mataji was saying. We'll continue the Bhagavad Gita, and then later they can come. Once we finish Bhagavad Gita, then for them it's chapter. It's the basically classes for them where they have to be serious and get ready for their exam. But 3 classes we'll just let them join us. I think that's not a bad idea. We'll do that. I just wanted to understand where you all are and what advice you have. I think that should work for everybody, right, Prabhu? And then meanwhile, I think Manohar Prabhu, if the devotee who are in India, if they can come and they can join the
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
class with
sending the
Nectar
message
System.
now. So the next class may start, I can say, in within 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
We have 3 classes, 3 chapters. Sorry, 3 chapters will take at least I would say 6 class.
Okay.
2 months,
So
minimum 2 months.
says okay, 1 or 2 months. Okay.
Yeah, one chapter at least 2 or 3 classes.
4 to 6 weeks, I will just say. It will
Yeah.
start in 4 to 6 weeks.
Yes.
If people are waiting, we should not be rushed, Prabhuji. So if you want, you can wait also. I'm
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
actually, I'll say nectar of instructions if you start also, that's fine. But because
No, we'll
if
not rush, Mataji. We'll just try to go the way we have been doing. I mean, you see that I'm not rushing, right? I'm trying to
yeah,
spend a lot of
yeah,
time.
no, that's what I'm saying, Prabhuji. For each chapter
Right.
definitely takes 2 classes, and 18th chapter, I believe it is
That
large.
will take more than 2 classes. So
Yeah,
this chapter has
exactly.
only 24 words, not big chapter.
But
And
18th
next chapter
chapter
is
has something
yeah,
about
18th chapter is going to
lines.
take 18th chapter is a summary class. No, you will see that. No, we are not going to basically uh because Bhagavad Gita for them is going to be uh again. So they will definitely join the Bhagavad Gita again when we do it. But for you all, really this is done. Once it's done, it's done. So 17th chapter has 28 words, so 2 class there. And this 17th chapter, 2 class. And then 16th chapter maybe 2 class more, 4 class, and then 3 classes for 18th chapter. 7, 8 class, 2 months, I think should be more than enough.
Okay.
Even if you go so slowly.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay.
No, it will be nice, because you are almost done with Bhagavad Gita third section. So once we are done with 3 chapter, then you all can give the exam also. I'm okay with that. Whatever works with all of you.
Homework,
Okay.
can you
Yeah.
send homework link also, Prabhuji, in the Google Classroom?
Okay. Yeah, I have not been sending, right, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you for reminding. I'll do it today. I'll do it. One of you should help me. There are a lot of services in my plate, and I get super
Yeah, I
overwhelmed.
will help you, Prabhu, if you want any
Yeah,
information.
yeah. I know you can. No, you can manage all that homework part. I'll tell you. I
Yes.
need some help. Because I have Bhakti Vaibhav also. There also I have only 5 or 6 students. Some of them are very serious, so I cannot change. I started with 11 students and then it ended up becoming. That what happens, when I was in Dallas doing this Bhakti Shastri, we started almost how many people? Like 30 people or so, and only 5 people at the end were the one who got the certificate. It's always like that. Okay, thank you. So let's Manoj Prabhu is dropping. So let's drop today. We'll meet tomorrow. No change for all of you. Let's keep on coming and we'll send the link for the homework. We'll try to send it and study Prabhupada's purport, and let's have more discussion next week. If you study, you come with more questions. And I gave you some, I have presentation also that I had given once on this Sanatana Dharma. This is a very big topic. That's why if we try to take that route, then that itself will be a series of so many classes. That is a separate, session that can be, done through multiple classes, or separate topic that could be done through multiple classes. So that's why I'm not, trying to divert it towards more on the Varnashram system. But this chapter is not intended for that, rather just to give you who are the demons, who are the divine personality, and how the personality who have the divine quality can start seeing things more in a divine way. That's Krishna's instruction. And then if there is any kind of tangential path going towards Varnashram Dharma, you can definitely, and some of the discussion comes in future also. And Chaitanya Charitamrita will give you the lot of understanding about critical application of these things. So appreciate your time. Anybody has anything before we adjourn? Are we good? Do we have
Prabhuji.
Jyoti Priya Mataji, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm just recovering from COVID actually. Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you have COVID?
I had it like last week, and then after that, like I've just been like I get very like fatigued. So
Oh,
yeah.
Mataji, take care. Yes, I heard that COVID is still going on around.
Oh, it
Yeah.
definitely is. Yeah, I hope everybody protects themselves. It's
Yes,
still
please
going
take
around.
care of yourself. Yeah, COVID is still around, right? Mataji? I heard about it. Some of the people are
Oh,
getting sick.
oh, thank you so much.
Take care, Mataji, okay?
Mhm.
Thank you. Vina Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hope you don't have jet lag now anymore. I'm sure,
Hare
but you
Krishna,
still have.
Prabhuji.
It will take time. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Dandot to everybody. See you all next Saturday at the same time. Vanchkalpataru Vesha Kripa Sindhu Vaisa.
Patita.
Pranam Pavane Vaishnava Namo Namo Krishnal Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Thank you so much. Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.